You know, sometimes this flat terrain can be quite lonely. Sort of walking around in the desert. Yeah, I'm just kind of wandering. Not really sure what to do. Nothing that way. Nothing that way. Well, let's just keep walking. Walking. Still walking. There's nothing out here. Ooh, what's that? Some sort of cube. Just out here in the middle of nowhere. How did that get here? Isn't even a button there. I wonder if I should press it. Whoa! Hello ladies and gentlemen, Panzer here, and a little bit of a fancy intro there. So this is something I've been working on. Now, I know I'm not particularly good at this game, so robotics is something that I've been dabbling a little bit onto, or into rather. And this is one of the new projects that I've been working on. So this is a sort of cube transforming robot. So of course, as you saw it parked just earlier, it looks just like a cube with no distinguishing features whatsoever from the outside. And that's sort of its secret, is that it's able to then move its sides to become limbs. Now I did make this sort of dancing animation, but it could be easily reprogrammed in terms of the actual order to do steps and rotate and all sorts of things as well. Unfortunately, the way Scrap Mechanic currently works is that you can only have one controller do one function, and each bearing can only be controlled by one controller. So I'm going to have a little walkthrough of how this actually works. So these are pivoting arms right here, and these allow it to extend outwards and inwards, as the case may be, and that allows all the parts to move in and out. So currently, this corner over here, we can actually see that this is what it looks like when it's folded up. So this is the arm when it is in its retracted position, and this is it here in its extended position. So you can see that the entire wall moves outwards and down, so that it has this sort of gap here. So I've actually managed to time the stop just right, so that 3 of the 4 sides are down, so that you can see that. So it does have this sort of movement here, and of course, as I said, the controllers themselves, you can see here, this is the one for the, I believe this is the right side of the cube. I've got the driver's seat here in case we want to control it from inside instead, and basically this one will move this side outwards, and the same thing on the left. The other controller is on this side right here. So how this actually works is then in sequence it'll move one side at a time. However, the way the controls currently work is that it has a reset. So after it ends its sequence, for example here, this is movement number 2 and movement number 3, but here it goes back to 0. So that goes back to the default position before restarting. So that's why you see all 3 will move outwards at the same time and then retract. So that's kind of how the whole thing works. Unfortunately, it also means that we can't just have a single sequencer. Like, something I'd wanted to try is put one controller down like that, and then connect this controller to the others to move them in sequence, but it doesn't work that way. So there are some limitations with the robotics. But this is just a simple experiment of mine, just to see if I can make something actually transform. And what I've successfully managed to do, of course, is just have something that dances like that. So, as I've said, with the simple editing of sequences, what we can achieve is a simple open and close animation right here. So, the cube can close and open, which gives us easy access to the inside. But hey, at least we can be happy that this isn't some sort of alien life form that is replicating itself or anything. So, I mean, it's just a transforming robot, and... That wasn't there earlier, was it? Oh my god, they're replicating themselves! No! They're coming to get me. They're coming to get me.